What up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the full review of the FREEGO F1 Pro e-bike. I do have another video of the unboxing. You guys can click right here or here and it'll take you guys to that video. There is a link in the description. It'll save you $100 off this bike. It's already a very affordable bike with all the bells and whistles, so check the link in the description if you guys want to pick one of these up. Oh, and don't let me forget to mention that I did not get paid to make this video. They sent me this bike for review. I do have some experience on other e-bikes, so I am not charging the company any money. Only thing I get is if you guys buy a bike out of the link, I get a few bucks and I get to have the e-bike for review. So let's get into the video. Hey guys, happy holidays, welcome back to the channel, happy New Year's. Today we are discussing the FREEGO F1 Pro e-bike. I'm going to say this probably 10 times throughout the video, but I am extremely impressed with all the things you get for the price of the bike. We're going to go over all the different little specs and things you get with it here in a few minutes, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a full review. In my opinion, everything in this video is my opinion, and I'm not being paid to say anything good or bad about this video on either behalf. So the first thing is that I live in a pretty hilly area where we got hills and up and down hills all over the place. It comes with a 7-speed Shimano gear. So like right now we're going up a pretty decent sized hill. I'm at full throttle. We're going about almost 17 to 18 miles an hour. I have it in gear 7 and I'm just gently pedaling along with the bike. Not only does that help with the pedal assist, but it also gives it that little bit extra oomph to climb up some of these hills. It just makes it so much easier. If you're on an even steeper hill, you could put the gears into a lower number and that would then make it easier for you to pedal. But I like to keep it at 7 for the most part and just kind of like help push the bike along with the power of the motor. So if you guys have been watching my channel for any length of time, this particular street here in San Clemente is a street that I take almost every e-bike that I have to do a little bit of a speed test. It's a pretty straight street. There's no houses on the street, and it does have a little bit of a downgrade from where you start to where you go, so it gives it like that nice umph. It's giving you an idea of top speed of the bike. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and take this puppy from 0 miles an hour and see what I get to by the end of the street. I've done this with a bunch of my other e-bikes, and just like a fun street, there's no houses for me to do a little speed test. I do have to say, we only have, now we have 4. I think there's 6 power bars total when it's fully charged. Right now we're down to 4. I have been running this thing around quite a bit. It's fun, it rips. It does have amazing cable management that comes with the bike already, which is another really nice thing that other brands don't seem to do. But here we go. So 0 miles an hour, full throttle. Let's see what we get to. 10, 14, 18, 20, 22, 24, 27, 28, 30, 32, 33, 34, 34 and a half. 34 and a half is about the max. This is where we gotta put the brakes on. Do a little brake check. Ready? 1, 2, 3, slam them on. And we get a little skid. Oh my God, e-bikes are fucking amazing. All right, well, 34 and a half. That was kind of the max speed I got on this baby. Pretty good. It's definitely comparable to a lot of other e-bikes on the market in the same speed category. I'm gonna keep saying though, the price is pretty amazing. This bike is well priced for what you get. Brake check one more time. I love the brake check. 1, 2, 3. Don't worry guys, look, there's the line. Stop sign. I stopped. That car is happy. Now we go. Look both ways, guys. Both ways. Now, some people can be really subjective on, you know, the look of a bike, the look, the appeal, and that is subjective to everybody's personal preference. I think my 2 favorite e-bikes that I own is probably the Super 73 RX and the Spark Bandit, both of which I have extremely highly modified from the way that they came from the factory, because I like to make my bike my own, you know, and add different handlebars, different tires, maybe do an upgrade on the motor. So just like those bikes, you can definitely do any kind of upgrades or modifications to this bike if you don't like the way it comes. However, I would say this is one of the bikes that comes well under $2,000 with every single thing you really would need to ride and have a blast, minus one thing that I don't have on this bike. It didn't come in the box. I don't think it comes with the bike, but again, we're talking about a $25 to $55 upgrade would just be some mirrors, some rear view mirrors, and you could easily get them off Amazon, throw those babies on here, and then you'd have every single item that you would need. Besides that, we'll go over all the different things in just a second, but it does come with, you know, front and rear suspension. Just that alone, under $2,000, is pretty amazing. The torque, people always want to know torque. This thing definitely has a good amount of torque right off the bat. Even when you're going like 20, let's just say 18 to 20 miles an hour, and you pin it, it takes about a quarter second, and then it kicks in, and boom, you're off. And so right now, we're doing a little speed test, going down a slight decline. It's a little windy out, not sure if you guys can hear it. Going 35, 34, so definitely has some kick, has some pickup, and it just makes it really nice to have an e-bike for that price, be able to do all those little things. Quick brake test. Yep, brakes work. All right, guys. I'm gonna hop off the bike and we can take a closer look. Okay, guys, so one of the first things that drew me to wanting to review this bike is the price point with all the things that it comes with. A lot of other bike brands, you know, everybody's subjective to the way things look visually. So for me, this may not be the absolute best looking e-bike in my opinion, but it does come with all the bells and whistles at an absolutely affordable price. So the normal price on this bike is $2,299. It's on sale for $1,699, but with my code Shawver Films, link in description, you would only be paying $1,599 plus tax and ship. So it's really a good price, under $1,600 with the code to get an e-bike that has all these bells and whistles in it. So as you guys will see, it's a 1,400 watt peak motor. The battery is 48 volt, 22 amp hour battery, removable. It also has like a little USB slot right here, right there. So you can plug a USB into it, which is great. I'm finding you're getting about 30 miles per hour and about 25 to 30 miles in range, depending on, you know, the terrain and how fast you're going and everything like that. The weight, it weighs 77 pounds. And for me, that's kind of like the perfect weight. It actually feels light. If you were to take the battery off and then just put this bike on a bike rack, you are chilling. By the way, beautiful view out here. Okay, the max load on the bike, like how much weight can it handle, is 265 pounds. So you can easily throw two people on here. It's got 7-speed Shimano gears, as you guys see right here, and here's your little gear shifter right here. It does have hydraulic brakes, front and rear. Come on to the other side here, you guys will see nice big discs, front and rear. Okay. Also, the headlight and tail light comes with the bike. Again, just every bell and whistle you can imagine is already included. Now in a second here, I will go over the modifications I'm going to do to the bike for me to keep it going forward. Front and rear fenders come stock on the bike as well. As you see, there's the front, here's the rear. The rear fenders and front fenders, that's something we'll talk about in just a second as well. Storage compartment. Now this is one of the cool things that I haven't seen on very many other bikes, but it has a zipper compartment. Boom. And you can literally like store your phone. I got some batteries in there, and you just zip it up. But however, if you don't want that, there's a couple screws on the bottom, and this piece could come off and you could put something else there. You could get a custom seat that would fill the whole spot. So there's a lot of options. It does have pre-drilled holes right there, ready to go. Front and rear suspension, that's another big deal. The front is adjustable, rebound and dampening, the compression and whatnot. And then the rear, the suspension is actually really good on this bike. I haven't found a way to adjust it, but I'm very happy with the suspension on this bike as far as like going over bumps and stuff and up and off curbs and whatnot. So the recommended height to be able to ride this bike, 5 feet 3 inches to 6 foot 4 inches. So that's going to give you a variety of different options as far as if you're a smaller person or a larger person. And again, that's just recommended. A lot of times that'll come down to the size of the handlebars. In a second, we'll talk about those. Those are pretty big. They're pretty tall. Not really my style, but they does come with the bike for free, and I do have links in the description, or you guys can go on Amazon. You guys can find handlebars for anywhere from like $35 to $150, depending on what you're looking for. The seat to ground height is 33.5 inches. So I know a lot of people ask that question, so I just wanted to kind of throw that in the review here. And then the bike is made with all steel piping, which gives it a little bit of a stronger frame as well. If you guys see, it's really reinforced. It's got like a little plate right here, reinforcement as well, that comes all the way across here. So it's just got a lot of reinforcement, keeping the bike nice and strong. Right now they're actually offering a free cell phone mount that you can go on the handlebars, as well as a lock if you buy the bike on their website. And I guess the link in the description, you don't have to put in Shawver Films, I don't believe, but if you get to the checkout part and it says discount code, just type in Shawver Films and see if you guys can get it down to the $1,599. And again, that's based on today's date, which is 3 days left in the year. So by the way, happy holidays to everybody. So overall, the bike is awesome. The one thing I would change first would be the handlebars. They would be lower. I put down like some, I mean, if you guys look, it's got like 1, 2, 3 riser plates for the handlebars. So I'd probably take that down a bit and then put some lower bars on it. Also, me personally, the fenders on the front and back, I'd probably remove. It doesn't rain here very often. It actually rained yesterday, but I don't really ride where it's like wet very often, so I'd probably remove those. I just like the look better aesthetically. It has nothing to do with like the performance. I just would remove that. And I'd probably upgrade the tires at some point, but otherwise I kind of like how the bike is in this condition. It does come in like an army green or a black. I chose the black color. I just kind of, I think almost all of my bikes are black, so it's kind of like the lineup. all my bikes have like the stealth Night Rider style. And it also is a half twist throttle, as you guys will see right here. So that's something you could switch out if you guys wanted a thumb throttle. The half twist is actually pretty nice on this bike. And it does have a full display. It's not color, but it tells you the power, the assist mode you're in, miles per hour. And I found that if you push this button for down for the assist all the way to 0, and you go to twist the throttle, nothing happens, right? But as soon as you put it into 1, so up, positive to 1, and then you twist it, there it goes. You guys see what I'm saying? So if you get the bike and you're like, oh my god, it's not working, just make sure you have it in at least 1, and obviously 5 is going to give you the most power, the most speed. So another thing I had to figure out was how to turn the headlight on. In the manual it comes with, it doesn't actually specify how to do it, but having other e-bikes and the way those have worked, I kind of like started just messing around with it. The plus button. So you don't just push it once, you push and hold. And if you guys look right here, we're gonna push it right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 seconds, the little headlight indicator comes on and the headlight is on. It's actually a really bright headlight. We're in the middle of the day. The sun is right there in the sky, so we're not seeing the headlight, how it's working right now, but it does have a front headlight, rear tail light. When you hit the brake, it does illuminate the rear tail light. It makes it glow more, so people from behind you know that you're braking. So that's great. The headlight installation, to install the headlight, it's a little wonky. I had to kind of like squeeze these guys together and kind of almost bend this metal just a little bit in order to, if you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see how it's kind of like got a little curve to it right here. That took a little bit of just trial and error. But otherwise, yeah, the bike, it comes pretty complete with everything you guys really need. Again, for $1,599, which in today's market is pretty good of a price to have rear suspension, front suspension, headlight, tail light, storage compartment, 1400 watt peak motor. The motor's great. What really surprised me, they get the Shimano, the Shimano gears as well. So it just gives you all the little bells and whistles, and it does come with a bell. Again, this is great for when you're riding on trails or around like people. If you guys are riding the street, I definitely suggest getting a horn, because this is not going to tell anybody in a car that you are coming by them unless they have their windows down, their music off, and their ear out the window. So you're gonna wanna make sure you get yourself a legit like horn, so you can like let cars know that you're coming and not to hit you. Other than that, this is really just like a complete all-in-one. Their website, FREEGO.com. Again, I'm not paid to say anything about this bike. In fact, they sent this bike to me for review, and there's no the only thing I get out of it is if you guys buy a bike, I get a couple bucks and you guys will save $100 with a link in the description down below. All right, final thoughts. Okay guys, so my final thoughts. Who is this e-bike for? I would say this bike is predominantly for somebody who's looking to spend on the lower end of the spectrum of e-bikes, but yet get all the bells and whistles. No pun included. All the bells and whistles. Like I said a few minutes ago, you guys do get all the little things that come along with the bike. The price is amazing. This guy's gonna try to turn left and crash into me. Nope, thank God. It's a great bike for an everyday bike. If you guys are a beginner and you guys aren't sure if you guys want an e-bike, or if you guys have never ridden an e-bike, I'm gonna keep hitting that till I move that bell. This would be a great investment because it's not like you're spending $4, $5, $6, $7,000 and you're not sure. Under $2,000, you get a bike that has everything. If you guys are looking to get a bike for one of your kids, or if you just need an extra bike so when you have friends come over, you have another bike for them to ride. Like, I live near the beach, so I like to have like 5 or 6 bikes so that when my friends are here, we can all kind of just take a cruise down to the beach. This would be a great addition to your arsenal of e-bikes. That basically does it, guys. I really appreciate every one of you guys clicking on this video. Like I said, I'm trying to get some more content out to you guys a little bit quicker. I know I kind of took a little hiatus in December, but this is the end of December. New Year's is coming up. I got some plans for 2023. I really appreciate every single one of you guys for all the support and love in 2022. It's been awesome. And yeah, don't forget to check the link in the description. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.